Hey, ever sat there, staring at your Blender scene, feeling a bit frustrated? You're trying to create something amazing, but it just doesn't seem to match the images in your head. You've gone through a bunch of beginner tutorials, admired these crazy good artworks on Instagram and ArtStation, and now you're left contemplating, how on earth do I really get good at Blender? What am I missing? You want to create something amazing in Blender, right? Whether it's complex hard surface designs, mystical creatures, stunning VFX scenes, or captivating character animations, Blender is the toolkit of your choice, and others did it, and it's right in front of you. But again, what are you missing? I think I have something to help you out here. Asking yourself how to get good at Blender is like asking how to paint a masterpiece without having a plan on what to paint. Blender is the canvas, the brush, the paint, but it's not the picture. You are needed to create the full image. The vast array of tools and methods you are facing are like brushes and colors, and you just need to figure out which ones are the best for your image. Feeling overwhelmed and having no idea where to begin is natural. I am here to help. Your artistic journey is unique, and I'm here to offer you a starting guide. It involves 4 essential components: vision, goals, plans, and actions. Let's talk about vision. It's the guiding star in your creative journey with Blender. It's your passion, driving force behind your artistic endeavors. It doesn't have to be grounded in reality. In fact, it shouldn't be realistic at all. Try to recall the moment you decided to install Blender. Did a piece of digital art simply blew your mind? A playlist of motion graphics just kept you looking and repeating over and over again? Perhaps a 3D movie where you left the cinema with the thought of creating something similar on your own? Take a moment to focus on that initial spark. That moment where you thought, I want to make that. It holds significance. Write it down. Consider these examples for inspiration. I want to design sci-fi guns for video games. I want to make my imaginary character dance in a music video. I dream of crafting my own space opera. The possibilities are near endless and deeply personal. It is very important to be aware of your aspirations. You need to find a way to manifest them and remind yourself of them regularly. Speak them out loud, write them down, have them as your desktop background. These are your dreams driving you. The journey as an artist is not easy, and your dreams can and should be used as weaponized motivation. Writing them down solidifies them and serves as a constant reminder of the unique path you want to walk. Finding it hard to articulate your vision? Try crafting a vision board using tools like Miro, PureRef, or Milanote. Incorporate images, quotes, and visual elements that deeply resonate with you. Let this collection grow organically and observe patterns to unveil your unique vision. Remember, your vision is a journey. There's no need to hurry. It's a personal process, and patience is the key. So be patient. While a clear vision is fantastic, let's make it tangible. With your vision in place, let's explore the next crucial step: goals. Goals serve as the roadmap, directing you on your artistic path. You might already be familiar with the concept of SMART goals. It's a widely used method that can be a game changer in guiding your progress. Introduced by George T. Doran in the November 1981 issue of Management Review, SMART goals provide a structured approach to effective goal setting. Let's break down what SMART goals are. Each letter represents a guideline for effective goal setting. Specific means leaving little room for interpretation. Measurable means that you should think about how you will measure the success of your goal. Attainable, you have to believe that you can reach that goal. Relevant, because it needs to directly relate to your vision. And time-bound is important because you need to set a defined time frame when you want to reach that goal. Let's go through a few examples to illustrate SMART goals. Here's the first one. I'm going to create and render a sci-fi SMG design in Blender with realistic materials within the next month. A second one. I will create a full minute of different motion graphics in a neon aesthetic within the next 6 weeks. And the last example. I will create a complete 3D version of my character sketch within the next 3 weeks. These examples are specific, have measurable outcomes, are realistically attainable, and directly related to a vision, and have a defined time frame for completion. Setting SMART goals not only provides clarity, but also makes the artistic journey more structured and achievable. I showed you what makes a goal SMART, but let's take a moment to understand what happens when a goal lacks these key criteria. Let's talk about these 2 examples. I want to improve my 3D modeling skills, or I will create better animations. While these goals express an intention to improve, they are too ambiguous and miss a clear time frame. They leave room for interpretation and make it challenging to measure success. Without a time frame, there's no sense of urgency, making it easy to procrastinate or lose focus. By comparing these examples with the SMART goals we discussed earlier, you can see the power of these. SMART goals provide a clear roadmap, ensuring you stay on track and maximize your creative potential. Now it's your turn to write down some personal SMART goals that are related to your vision. With your vision clear and SMART goals set, you are close to action. But before you dive in, let's talk about an essential step: making a plan. It's unlikely that your goal involves creating something entirely new, and you should focus on available resources. Every creation follows a set of rules. To understand these rules, you should start with some research. While experimentation based on your current knowledge can yield great results, I recommend exploring how others would approach your goal. If your goal is specific enough, maybe just Googling it with a how-to in front of it will show the rule set you need to learn. Read articles, watch videos, or engage in a discussion with other creators on a Discord of your choice. The research has to result in a list of actions you could take to make that goal a reality. Write these down. This list is important, and you should assign a cost to each action, whether it's time, effort, energy, or money. Simultaneously, estimate the benefit you gain by doing it. Categorize each as low, mid, or high for both the cost and the benefit. Start with the actions that have a low cost and a high benefit. Don't touch those with the high cost and low benefit. As an example, consider a goal for designing a sci-fi weapon. Potential actions could be like follow hard surface tutorials. Cost would be low to mid and the benefit would be mid to high. Invest in courses specifically on gun modeling. Cost mid, benefit high. Devote dedicated time to practice your skills. Costs are mid because you have to dedicate time, but the benefit can be very high. Join an online community or forum for 3D artists. The costs for this are very low because joining a Discord or any other community can be done very fast, and I would consider the benefit of mid because you never know what you gain from it. The benefit could be high, could be low. To settle it, I consider it mid. Analyze and reverse engineer existing sci-fi weapon models. Cost would be low to mid and the benefit can be very high. Experiment with different software plugins for 3D modeling. Costs can be low to mid and the benefit can also be mid because you never know what to expect from new plugins or software tools. Purchase a high profile 3D modeling software without prior knowledge. The cost would be very high because it can be a high money and time investment and the benefit would be initially very low. What helps me a lot is to visualize the cost and the benefit of the actions I have written down. So I created this graph for it, where I have the benefit of my actions on the x-axis, having low benefit on the left side, high benefit on the right side, and the cost of these actions on the y-axis. So the higher the costs are, we are on the lower side, and the lower the costs are, we are on the upper side of the graph. So let's just put these actions I listed previously on this graph in detecting what really bring you forward with this. So with following hard surface tutorials, I said the costs are low to mid, so I think we are in these sections, and the benefit can be mid to high. So I would put it in the cost mid to low, so maybe like here, and benefit mid to high, I would place it here. By investing into courses that are specifically for gun modeling, I said the costs can be mid, but the benefit can be high. So let's place it just here. Devote dedicated time to practice. Costs also mid, but the benefit is also high. Placing it here with the guns. Maybe making it a bit smaller so we can see it here. But I think the benefit can be very high for this. So let's place it here. Join an online community for 3D artists. The costs are very low for this and the benefit is mid, so let's place it here. Analyze and reverse engineer existing sci-fi weapon models or concepts. Costs are very low and the benefits are very high, so let's place it here. Experiment with different software plugins for 3D modeling. I think the costs are mid and the benefit is also not very high, also mid I would say. My feeling says I would place it here, and purchasing a high profile 3D modeling software, the costs are high and the benefit is mid to low because we don't know how to use this new software at the beginning, so I would place it here. And now this makes it much easier to identify the actions that have a high impact to achieve our goal. So I would start with analyzing and reverse engineering existing sci-fi weapon models, practicing a lot, invest in specific courses, maybe even follow some hard surface tutorials on YouTube, or join online community forums for 3D artists. These are the actions that you should take, because when you sort them like this is the sector you want to do, and you shouldn't touch these ones for now. When prioritizing these actions, you're not just making choices, you're aligning your inspiration with your aspiration. Your list of actions has the potential to solve your initial problem, becoming great at Blender. These actions are connected to your SMART goals and contribute to realizing your dream. You now have a list of actionable steps ready to reach your goals. Equip yourself with a checklist, allocate dedicated time, and start checking off those items. Celebrate every check you made, because it's one step closer to your goal. But what happens when you reach that goal? Or what happens if you set a goal you can't reach? Neither of these cases are the end of your journey. Setting realistic goals is hard, and the first ones you will set will aim too high because you still lack experience. This is fine and shouldn't stop you from continuing with a new, more realistic goal. Adjusting along the way is the key to success. After reaching a deadline you set for yourself by creating a SMART goal, take some time to reflect. What have I learned? What can I improve? If I make it again, what would I do differently? Set new goals and craft fresh action plans. After achieving your initial milestone, take a moment to reflect on your journey. How closely did you hit your target? Reflection is more than just looking back. It's like a guide for moving forward. Look for ways to gather feedback, identify areas for improvement, and adjust your course accordingly. Your creative path is a continuous cycle of improvement. A big vision on the top, followed by a continuous flow of goals, plans, and actions, and reflecting. This is how you get good at what you want and at Blender. Keep it going by finishing one goal after the other. Goal, plan, actions, reflection. New goal, plan, action, reflection. You get the idea. To sum it all up, these are the things you need to start your journey of continuous improvement. Have a clear vision. It's the guiding star on your journey, your dream, the push forward. Set SMART goals that are aligned with your vision. Create a plan that will help you reaching that goal. A list of actionable steps will do fine. Prioritize actions with low cost and high benefit. Start creating. Reflect and set new goals. This method isn't just about choices, it's about aligning everything to become great at Blender or anything you want to do. The journey is yours, and these steps serve as your compass. Why do I believe in this method? I used it to create this video and the previous tutorial videos I made. My vision? I want to help people succeed in what they are doing and guide them reaching their creative potential. My goal? Create a set of videos with specific topics which I think are helpful for those who struggle. The actions I took: a bit of research about holistic creativity, structuring ideas, writing script, my personal experience as a 3D artist, and recording the video you are just watching right now. As we wrap up, I'd love to hear your take on this method. It may not be revolutionary, I strongly believe in a structured approach. What are your thoughts? Have you experimented with similar methods? And what were your experiences? Are there specific topics you'd like me to delve into in future videos? Feel free to share your stories and questions with me. I'd be honored to be part of your creative journey.